Listen, you are going through a phase right now that a lot of people will never ever reach. And the reason why you are going through this phase right now is because you are a chosen one. You're chosen for something great. You're chosen for a higher purpose right now. And you're also going through a period of preparation. You're going through a period of transformation right now. But I promise you, by the end of this phase, you are about to be blessed big. I'm telling you, everything that you desire, you are about to be rewarded. Now, let's talk about some of the things that I know that you're going through right now. You see patterns that other people overlook, don't you? It's like you find yourself paying attention to details that once blended in the background, and you're also noticing how other people don't see these patterns. You're seeing patterns in everything right now. Now, another thing, you feel out of place in familiar environments, don't you? Don't you? It's like places that once felt comfortable, they no longer fit who you are becoming. So you'll go to places and you'll naturally feel that it's draining your energy. You'll feel the misalignment. Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, small conversations, okay? Small conversations, they stay with you for hours. It's like you naturally reflect on meaning instead of just moving on quickly. You're thinking about a conversation that you had with somebody earlier, or you're thinking about a conversation that somebody else had that you overheard, right? And you're reflecting on the energy behind the words. You're reflecting on the in between the lines. You're even reflecting on when there was silence, because you're noticing that the silence says more than the words do themselves, right? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you notice details that everyone else misses. This is similar to noticing patterns, but slightly different, okay? Your attention is drawn to things that other people don't seem to focus on. You're focused on wealth. You're focused on abundance, and you're noticing that everyone else is focused on distractions. They're focused on limitation. They're focused on not having. And your focus is creating your reality, okay? And that's why you are focused on just abundance and wealth and things like that, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, your intuition, it just feels way stronger than it used to, doesn't it? It's like right now you find yourself trusting your instincts more often. You're listening to that voice in your head that's telling you this is the right move. Play the lottery at that place. You're listening to your instincts. You're listening when something's right. You're feeling when something is wrong. And sometimes you may even have a conversation with yourself. Okay, you're talking about wealth. You're talking about abundance in your mind. And I'm telling you, when you're doing this, you're actually having a conversation with your future wealthy version of yourself, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you enjoy silence more than just all the constant noise around you, don't you? Those quiet moments, they become a place where you just think clearly. It becomes just a time where you can just come up with that multi-million-dollar idea. It comes a time where you can just conversate with your future wealthy version of yourself and come up with that multi-million-dollar idea, right? It's like you're starting to enjoy those quiet moments just all by yourself. And you may even call it just, I'm just about to have me some me time right now and just be by myself, right? I'm telling you, you're starting to enjoy that way more right now. Now, another thing, crowded places, they leave you feeling mentally drained. You realize you recharge best when you have space to reflect, when you're just by yourself, right? I see planes flying in the sky, and it says something about fortune, okay? I can't really see too much, but I do see fortune on the tail of the plane. And we're just in a place right now that's raising the frequency. We're raising the vibration right now. I don't know if you can hear the waves right now, but this is one of those places that you will come to when you just want to just hear the water, and you want to hear the birds and the trees and just feel the breeze, people riding their boats and things like that. It raises your frequency and your vibration, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you naturally question things that other people accept. You're questioning things. You're becoming more curious about why things happen. It's like right now you're looking behind the curtain, like in the Wizard of Oz, okay? You want to know who's controlling things. You want to know who's editing things, because you're no longer trusting everything you see. You're definitely not trusting anything you hear. You're just questioning everything. But you're also noticing how everyone else accepts it just because everyone else does. It's like you're noticing people really don't have their own mind, right? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you stop pretending to enjoy things that no longer interest you. You're no longer pretending. You're no longer trying to impress anybody or just trying to fit in with anybody right now. Your interests begin to shift as your priorities change. And your priorities is becoming a multimillionaire. Your priorities is having peace and financial freedom in your life right now. So that is where your focus is, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you think about your future way more than you think about your past. You're thinking about, you're just seeing yourself wealthy. You're seeing yourself have everything you desire. And you're not focused on things that you did in your past, unless they were things that contributed towards your future right now. It's like your attention naturally moves towards what's next instead of what has already happened, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you instantly notice when someone's isn't being genuine, okay? You can feel when they're not being genuine. Your attention, it naturally picks up on inconsistencies. You're hearing it in their words, you're hearing it in their voice, you're definitely feeling it in the conversation. And you're just really picking up on the inconsistencies, and you're feeling the energy, and you're noticing when someone isn't being real with you, okay? Right? Now, another thing I know that you're going through right now, you feel like you're living two different lives, okay? One is internal and one is external. It's like your inner world is changing before your outer world does. And you're starting to see results in your outer world, okay? And you're starting to notice that what you focus on is starting to appear in your life. If you're focused on wealth, if you're focused on abundance, and you start to see synchronicities and signs appear in your outer world, that's an example. Okay, that is an example that you are creating things in your outer world, okay? I'm telling you, when your inner world changes, your outer world has to change. So stay focused on the things that you desire, and that is the reality that you are creating right now in this present moment, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you notice opportunities that are hidden inside of setbacks. This is because your perspective is shifting towards possibility instead of what's impossible. It's like when something happens and most people would consider a failure, most people would consider it a setback, you're like, man, there's a reason why this happened. You start looking for opportunities. You start looking for another door that's open, okay? You don't look at it as a setback, as failure. You look at it as a sign that something big's about to happen, don't you? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you feel disconnected from opinions from the crowd, don't you? You begin trusting your own judgment more. You don't care what somebody's opinion is, because you're starting to realize when it comes to someone else's opinion, it's never really leaning towards you becoming more successful. People's opinion is leaning more towards keeping you the same, keeping you in a safe space, keeping you from changing, from evolving. And at this point, you're aware of this. So you're trusting your own judgment. You're trusting the conversation that you're having with your future wealthy version of yourself. You're just trusting your intuition more these days, right? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you naturally see long-term consequences. You seek it, okay? You see it all together. You think about the future ahead than most people around you. See, most people, they're focused on today. They're focused on what's going on right now. You're focused on doing things in this present moment that's going to create the reality, the future that you desire, okay? And like I said, you're also noticing how everyone else is the same, and they don't see beyond today, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you can sense when it's just time to just move on and get up out of there. You stop forcing what no longer fits, okay? You feel the misalignment, and you no longer, you're not attached to things, okay? You have detached yourself from so many things. And when certain things don't fit you, you just move on. You don't have any kind of emotional attachment to it. You just let it go, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you feel uncomfortable pretending to be someone that you're not, okay? See, authenticity, it becomes more important than just acceptance. That's why you have just been just wearing what you want to wear, talking how you want to talk, walking how you want to walk, saying things the way that you want to say it. And you're also noticing how everyone else is just like everyone else. It's like no one has their own identity anymore. You're seeing people dress and wear the same things that everyone else wears. You're seeing people say the same words and the same phrases that everyone else says. You're noticing this. You're aware of this. And you're just being your authentic self. You're not being like anyone else, okay? You're just being you right now. And you're very, very comfortable doing that, all right? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you notice the energy of the room before anyone speaks. You're feeling it. You're noticing it when you walk in the room. You become more aware of your surroundings, okay? That's because you're a chosen one, okay? Your awareness is expanded to the point right now that I'm telling you, if somebody says something in a room, or let's just say you walk into a room, nobody even has to say anything. And the first thing you notice is the energy. And you're like, man, do I even need to be in this environment? Do I need to be here? Does this place fit who I am becoming right now? And a lot of the times you'll get up out of there. You'll come up with an excuse or whatever it is. You're gone, okay? Because it no longer fits who you are becoming. It's misaligned. Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you lose interest. You have lost interest in proving yourself to anybody, okay? Your confidence becomes quieter more when you're just internal, when you're just by yourself, okay? You don't feel the need to prove yourself. You don't feel the need to ask for validation, or you don't feel the need to compete with anybody, okay? Because your confidence is on a whole nother level. You are a different version of yourself. You are becoming the wealthy version of yourself that you see in your imagination. Okay. Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, chosen one, you have become fascinated by life's deeper questions, haven't you? You're very, very fascinated. Surface level answers, they no longer satisfy you. You're starting to look at the meaning behind, let's just say, signs and synchronicities. You're looking at the meaning why you just saw 1111. You're looking at the meaning, does this happen to everyone else? You're looking at the symbolic message behind it. You're looking at the feeling that it gives you when you see it. It's like you're just looking at way deeper than surface level thinking. And you're also noticing, like I said, you're aware of this. You're noticing how everyone else is not deep, okay? People are having just surface level conversations, and you're in those conversations. You're like, this could be at the job. It could be wherever. You're just like, yeah, I hear you. I understand. But your mind is just on something totally different. Okay, your words are there, your presence are there, but your mind is just somewhere totally different. You're in outer space somewhere. You're on a whole nother planet, in a whole nother universe right now. Okay. Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you stop chasing things that don't bring you peace. And this is very, very powerful, because your priorities begin to shift when you do this. When you're around places that bring down your vibration, when you're around places that just bring your energy down, you feel it instantly. So you don't even want to be around those places or those kind of people anymore. You're starting to just really enjoy yourself by yourself. Anything that brings you peace, coming out to places like this, taking nature walks, okay? Being around other spiritual people that are going to uplift you and motivate you, okay? Those are the kind of things that you desire to be around or desire to have in your life, okay? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you feel like your future is pulling towards you, or you're pulling towards your future. You can feel like it's magnetized, like you could just feel it. Your attention naturally moves towards what's next. And every time you focus on what's next, every time you focus on your future, that's the future that you're creating, okay? And a lot of people don't understand this. They are so focused on the things that's holding them back. They're so focused on negativity. They're so focused on adversity and just problems. They don't realize that is the reality that they're creating, right? And I know for a fact you're focusing on just great things, aren't you? You're focusing on creativity. You're focused on abundance. You're focused on wealth. You're focused on love. You're focused on alignment. You're just focused on the things that you desire, aren't you? And these are the things that just stays in your mind effortlessly. You don't even have to try to force these things to be in your mind. It's just there, isn't it? That's because that is the future that you are magnetized towards. That's what's the future that you're pulling towards you, okay? I'm telling you, things are about to manifest, okay? You're going through this phase for a reason. You're going through this period of preparation for a reason, okay? I'm telling you, you are a chosen one. You're chosen for a higher purpose, all right? Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you notice lessons hidden in ordinary moments. You're seeing the lesson, aren't you? You're seeing the lesson in other people's experiences also. It's like daily experiences, they begin to feel more meaningful. You're noticing that, man, that was a lesson. I learned something from that. You're learning from every single thing that happens in your life, the setbacks, the things that people consider failures. You're just noticing lessons in everything right now. And you're starting to look at everything as, man, is this a lesson? Is this a test right now? You're starting to notice tests in everything. You're being tested every single day. You're noticing that also, okay? I'm telling you, you are a chosen one. Now, another thing that I know that you're going through right now, you have become more aware of how people influence just mindsets, period, okay? And by you noticing this, you start protecting your environment. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting your energy. You're no longer around people that try to put doubt and disbelief into your subconscious mind. And you're noticing just the hidden agenda behind people's, like I say, you're noticing this. You're seeing this. You're seeing just the world in a whole different light right now. You're seeing it from a whole different perspective. And you're definitely seeing people in a whole different perspective right now, aren't you? Now, I'm telling you, a lot of these things that you are going through right now is a part of this phase. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the journey that you're on right now, okay? If you are focused on becoming wealthy, if you are focused on becoming abundant, I'm telling you, that is the reality that you are creating right now, okay? I'm telling you, whatever you desire, it desires you more. All you have to do is just stay aligned, baby. Stay aligned, okay? Now, I hope you enjoyed this, all right? I hope you enjoyed this moment that we just had right here on the lakefront, listening to the waves crash, because it's definitely a beautiful place, okay? Now, I'm here to raise the frequency. I'm here to raise the vibration. That's what I am here to do, and help you become more aware of the signs that are in your life every single day, okay? Now, thank you so much for tuning in to Millionaire Mindset, where everything happens in divine time by divine design, but you are the divine design. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment on this video, hype this video up. Till the next video, Millionaire Mindset signing off.